Good day everyone. In this discussion, we will able to learn the different types of skills in basketball. We all know that basketball is a team game wherein the players are involved with the process of playing sa isa kadula. But before we proceed, I'm just going to read first our objectives. First is to identify the basic skills in basketball, to describe the appropriate procedure in executing the different basketball skills, to demonstrate the execution of the basketball skills, to enumerate and emphasize the importance of basic skills in basketball, and lastly, to appreciate the benefits derived from using the appropriate skills in a basketball game. So, what is passing? Passing is the key to successful basketball. A successful team must be able to handle, control, and move the ball down court quickly and accurately to create scoring opportunities. Of course, sabotable man jud no nga ang passing kay maka-create og scoring opportunities, and dapat you must be able to handle, control kung asa nimo ipasa ang bola. When teaching passing, importante pud kaayo that the coach teach not only the skill but the mentality as well. So kaninga context nag-refer ni siya sa mindset and mental approach that players should adapt in addition to mastering the technical aspect of skills. For example, ani kay game awareness. Players should develop an understanding of the game para sa anang asa nakaposisyon imong teammates. So sa kaning awareness, it allows you to make quick decision kung kanusa or asa nimo ipasa. Another example is the confidence. Encouraging players to trust their passing abilities is crucial og asa sila magpasa og bola. There are two types of passing. First is the air pass. The pass travel between players without hitting the floor. Second is the bounce pass. The pass is thrown the floor so that it bounces to the intended receiver. So, ang air pass, dapat ang pagpasa nimo kay receiver diretso lang. Kibali pagunit mo sa bola, diretso pasa nimo without hitting the floor. While ang bounce pass, need pa siya i-bounce sa floor before maabot kay receiver. There are three basic variations of passes. First is chest pass, bounce pass, overhead pass. But later na nako na siya ipakita sa inyo ha. First sa nato i-define is the teaching point. When teaching passing, points of emphasis should be: a good pass is a pass a teammate can catch. When passing, step toward your receiver. When catching, step toward the pass. Like shooting, the ball should have a backspin to it. This accomplished by following through on every pass. So, by emphasizing these points in practice, naay posibilidad nga ang mga players makadevelop og stronger passing and catching abilities. And by emphasizing this, makakontribute sila og better overall teamwork and performance sa dula. So, mao ni sila ang mga basic passes or the basic variation. First is the chest pass. The chest pass is named because the pass originates from the chest. It is thrown by gripping the ball on the sides with the thumbs directly behind the ball. So first, mo ni siya ang preparation phase, and second is execution phase. Dira na nimo ilabay ang bola gikan sa imong chest. Next is the bounce pass. The bounce pass is thrown with the same motion, however, it is aimed at the floor. It should be thrown far enough out the ball bounces waist high to the receiver. Naay duha ka klase ang bounce pass. First is the two-hand bounce pass o one-hand bounce pass. And last is the overhead pass. The overhead pass is often used outlet pass. Bring the ball directly above your forehead with both hands on the side of the ball and follow through. So, ang overhead pass, dapat mulapas jud sa imong ulo magpasa. Muna siya ang example sa overhead pass. As you can see sa mga pictures, dali lang siya masabtan. And maupo na siya ang mga example sa chest pass, bounce pass, ug overhead pass. Mao na siya ang mga basics or basic passes sa passing. That's all. Thank you.
Hi, hello, my name is Siren Ken Ngaas, and I'm here to report about lesson 2 in the basic skills of basketball, which is dribbling. So, dribbling is the legal method of advancing the ball by oneself as opposed to passing it to another player or shooting for the basket. It consists of bouncing the ball on the floor continuously with one hand while walking or running down the court, as seen by this image. So the dribble allows for much faster advancement and thus more opportunities for scoring. It is also providing an opportunity for crafty players on the opposing team to steal the ball in mid bounce. Once a player stops dribbling the ball and holds it, the player normally must either pass it to another player or take a shot. So if the player dribbles and then holds the ball in any way, either grasping it with his hand or arms or palming it, i.e., holding it too much towards its underside during the act of dribbling, then continues to dribble, then the referee stops the play, signals either a double dribble or carrying, and turns the ball over to the other team. A double dribble may also be called it if the player tries to dribble with both hands at the same time. So that these are the violations when it comes to dribbling. And you may dribble to advance the ball up the court. That's obvious enough, diba? From here to there, you can only move the ball either by passing or by dribbling it. Then to drive to the hoop. The closer you are to the hoop, the easier it is to score. Then number 3, to get open for a shot. Not always nga wala kay defense nga dili ka ginadepensahan, so gamit ang dribble basig makita day kag open nga space para makashoot jud kag tarong. Then to open up a passing lane to have a better chance of completing a pass. This kaning isa kay instead of shooting, mas better makita kag better way daw nga makapass ka. Then to get out of a trap and then to kill the clock at the end of the game. Especially kung taas na kayo yung score sa kalaban, so pati yun na lang nimo ang time. So next, how to dribble. If you observe the image here, dribbling should be done with the finger pads and the fingers should be relaxed and spread. The wrist should be punishing the ball and forearm should be moving up and down. Skilled ball handlers bounce the ball lower to the ground, reducing the risk of the defender reaching in to steal the ball. Use your fingertips, not the palms of your hands. Basketball is played or the tips of your fingers and the balls of your feet. Use your forearm and wrist to bounce the ball. Don't look at the ball, rather keep your head up and eyes forward. You must learn to use either hand, so when doing drills, always work with both hands. So that is how to dribble. Of course, we move on to the basic types of dribbling. First is the high dribble. A high dribble is a normal dribble usually used when there are no defenders around you to steal the ball. Then, opposite of the high dribble is the low dribble. In low dribble, the player keeps the ball low to the floor, thus decreasing the area between the hand and the floor, making it more difficult to steal. Next is the speed dribble. So from the word speed itself, it is about being fast. So it is dribbling the ball faster than usual while achieving some distance in the court. It is used to advance the ball quickly up the floor against little or no defensive pressure. Then, last is the crossover switch dribble. Simply the crossover dribble to switch dribbling from one hand to the other by bouncing the ball in front of you across to the other side. Then the other hand picks up the ball and dribble it with the opposite hand. You can use this dribble to quickly change direction on the court. So that is the crossover or the switch dribble. And that's all. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Charlene Medel Campo and I will report the lesson 3, shooting. We are all familiar about shooting in basketball, right? So in the next slide, I will tackle a different shooting in basketball. First is layup. Layup is a scoring shot taken with one hand from close to the basket, often by using the backboard to guide the ball into the hoop. Well, layup based on my search is need pa daw nimo mutikang og 12 steps bago ka mabot pa dong sa ring dapit, then ilay nimo ang ball pataas and then imuha siyang ibanda dito sa backboard para ma-shoot siya dito sa ring. Next is jump shot. It's a shooting technique where player launches the ball towards the basket while jumping. The player leaps into the air, holds the ball above their head, and releases it in a high arc toward the basket. This shot is a fundamental skill used for score. So, sabotable naman kayo ang jump shot. So, it means bulokso ka bago nimo iitsa ang bola pa dong dito sa ring. Free throw is an unblocked shot attempt awarded to a player who was fouled, taken from a free throw line. It's a 1-point scoring opportunity that occurs when a player is fouled while attempting to shot the ball. So based on what I understand about free throw is the way nga ma-foul imuhang team, the way nga ma-foul ang shooter, and also the way nga maka-technical foul ka is mag-free throw mo. Next is a 3-pointer, refers to a shot taken from beyond the designated 3-point line, which is a circle surrounding the basket. If the shot is successful, it is worth 3 points. These shots are also sometimes called threes or tres. So, kabalo naman ta og kung unsaon pag shots para ma 3 points siya, diba? So, kaya nakita mo anang baglis diha nga dako, if ever nga sa gawas mo mag-shot ana, it called 3-point shot. The way nga ma-shot nimo ang bola. Next is a bank shot. It's a type of shot where the ball bounces off the backboard before going into the basket. It's essentially a shot that uses the backboard as a guide or an intermediary bounce to score. So, bank shot. Kung gaina sa layup, yes, ibanda gihapon siya ang bola sa backboard pero imong kamutis nakahayang mura siya kanang imuha ganing giduno lang ang bola and then duol ka. If the bank shot is imuha siyang i-shot gihapon even though nakasalayo pero mabanda gihapon siya sa board, then diretso na siya sa ring. Banda gihapon siya pero nakasalayo or bisig nakasaduol pero dili siya parehas pagka-deliver sa kamot para ma-shot nimo ang bola. And now lastly is the hook shot, used when the ball handler stands perpendicular to the basket and shoots the ball in a sweeping motion over their heads. So as you see, the picture is ang tao nga nakayalo nga nagwit sa bola is nakatubang na siya sa mga tao. Then kana iyang bola is naka-face na siya sa ring. So it means ang ring is nasa likod ana naka-blue. So gitawag na siya hook shot. It's because kung nakakita na mo og hook gani thing is mura siya og for mga hook the way ka mo shoot. Muna siya nga ginatawag siya og hook shot. And that's all. Thank you once again. I'm Charlene Medel Campo and that was my report.
Rebounding is the one of major aspect of the game. It is your ability to jump with power to gain possession of the ball. It bounces to the rim after failed shot before touches the floor. Just how important rebounding. Whenever you go grab rebound, your team gains a chance to shoot again while the other team actually loses it. How to make a good rebound. Here are some tips to make a good rebounds. So, number 1, practice good footwork, vertical lift or jump. Anticipate where the ball will land. The longer the shot, the harder the rim, the farther the bounces. When a shooter is this means he always take time to put an arc when he shot the ball bounces near the ring. When a shooter is hard shooter, that means there little or no arc he shot then the ball bounces far from the ring. Leg power and strong body needed are rebounding. The strength and power exercise should be 50% Survey conditioning your body.